Hi everybody, sanibonani, welcome to my channel. Igama lami Mdletshe, and on this channel sikhuluma ngama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers. If it is your first time joining me today and you really like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button la ngezansi. Kanti-ke futhi you can like the video to support the channel. Listen, you guys, so yesterday I did a video about Ayanda Ncwane and saying that she had posted her first video talking about her answering her calling, which my interpretation was that she's becoming umfundisi now. There are other people that believe from reading the comments that she is about to start a church, honey, okay? And people were inspired by the message. Other people were talking about while she was praying, they were receiving the blessing. And some people were talking about while she was praying, they were crying and they could relate to the story. Some people were saying they've had the similar experiences. People were talking about their mothers that are sick in hospitals and that the message was helping them. So for the most part, it was received positively. But there are a few viewers that do not believe what Ayanda is saying, okay? There's one viewer that says ubuyolanda igubhu Nigeria wena. They say she had gone to Nigeria to fetch igubhu. Okay, remember in the story Ayanda does talk about the fact that she went to the hospital right after she had traveled, but I have to say she does not say where she had traveled to. There seemed to be an assumption in the comment section that she had traveled to one of the African country. I think the only African country she mentions is Botswana, which she said she has business partners there. She does not say anything about Nigeria. I don't know if she had posted something about traveling to Nigeria that makes people believe that she had gone to Nigeria for something, and they're saying she had gone there to fetch igubhu, and we all know igubhu have to do with Uthwele. Abantu abathwele khona abantu ekuthiwa bathwele ngeigubhu. I don't know how it works, but there's a lot of mention of igubhu when it comes to Uthwele. So this viewer seems to believe that because that's what she had gone to do. And then she goes on to talk about, and she says, when lo owanqaba ingane kaSifiso zangaphandle akho mfundisi ozophakamisa igubhu ngathi. Okay, so this one is saying that Ayanda had refused to accept Sifiso's children, so now how can she come back and say now says about umfundisi? She seems to believe ukuthi uphakamisa igubhu ngabantu. Okay, listen you guys, I think this viewer, I would have taken this comment seriously if she had not mentioned the kids stuff, because I really believe, guys, that I don't believe in this thing that if my husband had kids outside of our marriage or before we got married and he was not taking care of them, and there are things that he never did with them, and the mothers of those kids never made sure that they communicate with him, so that both of them, since they're the ones that had kids with him, so you mother and the father get together and sort out izinto zomntwanenu. And then when the husband has died, now the pressure is on me as the wife now to take care of the kids. Why? You know, if the person that is the father has passed, then every mother should be taking care of their own kids. Why does that have to be on Ayanda? So I feel like that part of the comment for me was not make sure for that reason. Okay. And then someone else replied to that comment and said, I don't know whether she's genuine or not, but people are so easy to convince on this app. I do agree with this viewer in a sense that not only are people easy to convince on YouTube, but people are easy to convince when it comes to the issues of Christianity. I think people are looking for hope. I think people are looking to be comforted, and people are looking to feel like they are in the right path. And Christianity sometimes gives them that, you know, when somebody reads the Bible and they pray and they cry, it gives you that that feeling, you know, of being comforted. So I feel like it's very easy to convince people with Christian content. Okay, and then this is another one. This was a long one, so bear with me as I read it. Okay, another fake healer. Where did you fetch your so-called healing power from, Ayanda? Did you fetch them from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Togo, from Kenya? Where? You know, you sound and look like the Kenya's most famous female false prophetess, Rev Lucy Natasha, same fake tongues. Remember, in the video, she speaks in tongues. Ayanda. Nice try, Ayanda. Blind and ignorant people who do not discern spirits will believe you. Did the so-called voice forget to tell you to stop being fake from head to toe, fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake makeup, lipstick, nails, etc. We are feeling the impact of the ailing economy in our country, but you are now paving your way to everlasting fake lake of fire with your lies. Stop this nonsense and repent while you still have time. So this is another viewer that is not buying what Ayanda is saying, okay? And then there were viewers that they were saying, no, if you do not believe in the message, you do not have to watch it. She is sounding genuine. They're receiving, hope from her message and all of that. And then people were also having a problem. I also had an issue with this comment, because I did not have an issue with him expressing that he does not believe the story she's telling is true. But then when he goes into talking about the nails, the eyelashes, and all of that, I was like, where does that come in? Okay, but he came back to explain it, okay? And I will tell you if I am getting what he is saying here. He says, as much as I was addressing Ayanda, because he's replying to all of the people that did not agree with what he was saying, I will respond to all of you good people as follows. Yes, I do not believe her. This is a made-up story to pave her way to becoming a false healer. Soon she will be called a prophetess, Ayanda Ncwane. Am I judgmental? No. Only lukewarm Christians do not understand that we are obliged to expose false prophets, teachers, preachers, so that they may lead masses astray. Concerning enhancing her beauty, please understand and accept that these things are of the world, and the Bible warns us against loving the world, okay? And then he continues to quote some scriptures here, I guess, convincing the viewers that his view on the makeup and whatever is because all of those things are of the world, okay? But this is a thing that I have an issue with when it comes to this comment. Guys, there's so many things that we can say are of the world. If we say that basically we're going to be walking around here smelling of armpits, because we're not going to use roll-on because the roll-on is of the world, the toothpaste is of the world, even Vaseline is of the world, okay? So we're going to be walking around here dry-skinned, uncut nails because the nail clipper is of the world, with smelling breath because the Colgate is of the world. That part of his comment, I don't believe it. The other one, I'm indifferent because I really don't know about her made-up story. Even if you are unable to discern spirits as commanded in 1 John 4 verses 1 to 5, okay? Here are some concerns in her made-up testimony. She says she had an encounter with a very large being, which she refers to as spirit, and the same spirit was pulling her towards the door to get out with her. Good people, a spirit being does not enter or leave through the door, okay? It does not need, because it's a spirit, so it does not need to use the door, okay? Okay, it can do that through the roof, the ceiling, and through the wall. She is lying, okay? She says the two nurses were standing there talking to each other while she had been experiencing her out of mortal body experience. Nurses do not just stand and talk to each other while the patient is dying, because guys, she does say that she died and came back, okay? And I have listened to some near-death experiences, and they always say that while you're in the hospital and dying, they will see the nurses and the doctors rushing and trying to save them while the soul is coming out of them. Okay, usually that is the story. The nurses are not standing next to each other talking and chatting and talking about Zulu, and usually but they're trying to save your life while you are leaving the body, and then you will come back, and then they will be shocked that you are back because they thought you are dead. Okay, so I take his point there when he's saying that. He says the nurses will try and resuscitate the patient, okay? And then yes, you guys, and then she says the voice called her to heal people and fulfill their destinies, and she further says that God is still in a business of healing people. No, this is okay. Okay, let's continue. She says nothing about telling people about salvation first, which is what will save their souls. It's all about healing and making a lot of money in the process. Finally, in her prayer, she is instructing angels to go to the beds of all sick people. Instructing angels, really, the voice she heard is from Nigeria. And she will make a lot of money from ignorant and foolish people who are lazy to read their own Bibles and are heavily and wholly reliant on their false and lukewarm preachers who tickle their ears with sweet messages and healing and prosperity instead of profiling their hearts with truth of God that would save their souls. People must strive to have a direct relationship with God. Lazy folks believe every nonsense. Do not be one of them. Okay, preaching the word of God is at the heart of the gospel of Jesus Christ, not healing and prosperity. Here's the thing, you guys, when it comes to Christianity and preaching and all of that, sometimes the way that you deliver the message in trying to win souls is very important. You know, the sound of your voice, the tone of your voice, because if you told me that I need to go and listen to this person, if this person had a church somewhere and you said that I wanted, you know, and you said to me, go Ntando and attend this person's church, I wouldn't, because he sounds like he's just rebuking, he's irritated. People are lazy to read the Bible. They should read the Bible. When you listen to Ayanda, you know, on the other hand, she's very calm and speaks with kind words. Okay, so now that is the difficult part about it, because really, if she is the false prophet like this person is claiming that she is, why does her message sound more understandable than his message? Because, you know, isn't God loving? Isn't God patient? And aren't we supposed to receive kind words from God? But why does it always sound like when it comes to, you know, the gospel that they say is true? That is the confusing part for me. I have no bone in this fight. Okay, do they say I have no bone in this fight, or do they say I have no dog in this fight? Something like that. Okay, white people, when they speak their white people language, they say something like that. So for me, I really have no interest, like, oh, well, I do have interest, because I would like to know if she is a true or false prophet. But I just mean that I don't gain anything from her being a true prophet or her being a false prophet. Okay. But, you know, I feel like, I don't know, you guys, I really don't know. It might be really like real that she really has received a calling and she's answering her calling, and it might not be, because there is a lot of that going around right now. But anyway, you guys, you are welcome to tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Please share the video, like the video before Pumegon, and share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntanda kakhulu.